Hey, this is BugPowderDust. Thank you again for joining me for what is going to be episode 1 of the new Prison Architect series. Thank you very much if you fed back on my channel update video which I released yesterday. Really good to get that feedback, and I think the majority of people would rather see Prison Architect being played from the start rather than seeing an already made prison. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a new prison now. Just as an update, I'm going to do some Armoured Warfare videos, but because there's a lack of a replay system in Armoured Warfare, what I'm going to do is tomorrow I should be getting a new graphics card and an NVIDIA something or other. I can't remember what the exact letters and numbers are. You can tell that I'm not not massively into graphics cards, but apparently it has shadow play, which, as I'm sure you all know what that is, it basically records video in the background and kind of hangs on to it for 20 minutes, and if then you want to use it you can then press a button apparently, and it will save that as a video file which you can then edit, which I think is great. So that kind of gets around the problem with Armoured Warfare. If I have a really good game I can then basically press a button and hey presto, I can turn that into a video. So that's really cool. So I'll be doing Armoured Warfare as of tomorrow. The first Armoured Warfare video is going to basically be going through some of the positives and negatives compared to World of Tanks in my view, so hopefully that will be of interest to you and you'll tune in for that. It'll be tomorrow or the day after, I think. But anyway, so let's get on with this. This is update 1 of the release of Prison Architect, and they've added in bunk beds and dormitories. I think this is a really great addition. Bunk beds is something that I've been wanting for quite a long time, and I'm really glad they've put it in now. It means that you can squeeze that much more into your prison without having to deal with so much space, take up so much space. Obviously you can't do multi-floors, so this is kind of the next best thing really, bunk beds. So let's go ahead and create a new prison. I like this new feature, choose your warden. I've looked at this before, and to be honest, I don't like the lobbyist because it kind of halves the likelihood of receiving prisoners, but I actually quite like these prisoners and having to deal with them as well. Again, suppress twice as quickly. This seems to be a little bit too easy for me. I usually go with this guy, J.W. Periwinkle, because the guard dogs have a 50% chance of fully uncovering tunnels they detect. And although it might seem, it's a little bit easier, I actually quite like this because I've got a bit of a thing for German Shepherds anyway. And the guard dogs do seem to be German Shepherds. Again, I think this is too much of a move to make it easy. And this I don't particularly like, so I think I'm going to go with J.W. Periwinkle because I do quite like this. Now fog we're going to leave on, generate forest we'll leave on, lakes I'm not overly bothered about. I'm going to leave that off because they do eat into the amount of space that you can create a prison in. Buildings I've never found to be that useful, so I'm going to leave that off. Failure conditions I'm going to leave off, on, sorry. Gangs I really don't know about. I'm going to leave that off for this series. I know you can't turn it on in the middle of a game, but I'll leave it off for now. However, we'll have events on, and I won't have unlimited funds because there's no fun really if you have so much money. So that's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with, I think, a large map, because why not? And let's go. Okay, so here's the map. One small forest there, as you can see, and here come the guys. Now I've not made any kind of plans or any kind of planning going on here. I'm going to I think do it kind of free-flowing, which I think leads to the most fun. You can hit some real problems when you do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, I think, with obviously reception area and also visitation, because those are the two areas which need to be at the front of the prison, in my eyes anyway. So let's crack on with that. Let me just pause the game. Take a quick look at grants. Basic detention centre, sure, why not? That gives us a bit of a pointer as of what we need to do anyway. I think an admin centre probably can't hurt as well. Okay, so we know what we need to do. I don't normally build a holding cell because I just tend to delay prisoners arriving until I've actually got some cells up. But a holding cell is actually part of this grant, so I might just go ahead and do it anyway. Okay, so let's press on. So I'm going to get a brick wall, I think, and we'll put it there and down there at least. Those are 3 squares, so let's make that 2 squares. And then we can put, where are we? Large jail door. Like that. I don't like that. That doesn't appeal to my OCD, so we'll just make the deliveries 1 square down. Where's deliveries? Why can't I see deliveries? There we go. And remove it. There you go. So now it's square on with the door. Okay. So I'm going to use brick rather than concrete. I think brick just looks nicer, to be honest. Move that down there. And this is going to be... Actually, that should be an indoor room, shouldn't it? So this is going to be my reception area. And the visitation's going to be down here. So let's crack on with the foundations for the... oh, before I do that, how does the reception have to be a certain size? Let's have a quick look. No, it doesn't. It can be any size, but I know they can get quite jammed up, so I think a decent size would be good for reception. Yeah, that's probably big enough. And we'll stick in the door. I'd like the door to be there. Can I do that on the corner of a foundation? Yeah, probably. Okay, cool. Speed things up a little bit. Now, visitation room, as I said, needs to be at the front of the building, really, in front of this big building here. So let's just check the size that visitation needs to be. Again, there's no size constraints, but the tables, the visitor tables, yeah, they're quite big, aren't they? They do take up a lot of space. So 1, 2, 3, and again wide. Yeah, so I think the same dimensions as this. That's not wide enough, is it? No. We can get... make it a bit wider. I think visitation needs to be quite big. So let's do that. Another 2. What have I done here? Sorry, that's just a brick wall, isn't it? That's not foundations at all. There's a planning tool. Oh, so that's 9. Right, where's the visitors table? Now we can fit in here. 1, 2. Let's start again. 1, 2. 4. That should be good enough. I don't know if you have to leave a space between each one, but we'll find out the hard way, I think. Building. There we go. And one more across. That should be it. Okay, so for the visitors to come in from the outside. Wait a sec. That's a wall. Oh, no, that's planning, sorry. Right, so if the visitors coming from the outside, they need a door, but I don't want it to be just a normal door, so it's going to have to be a staff door. That's interesting. Oh no, that's correct, it's slid open. I was about to say, I thought the door's in the wrong place, but it's not. Okay, cool. Good stuff. Right, so we have the reception area, so let's label that up. And this is visitation, so let's label that up as well. Now, if we zoom in, we get the visitors table should be shown up here. 1, 2, space in there. Yeah, I kind of miscalculated that, haven't I? Okay, never mind, that's not a problem. We can always expand it afterwards, it's not the biggest deal in the world. Now, in terms of movement, we're going to get some concrete tiles down there so people can get around. Okay, so now the back of reception ideally should be the cells, and we're going to have to zone a room as a holding cell just to get the grant, even though I'm not going to have a holding cell. But before I do that, I need to build power and water. So let's get on with that. Let's put a power station. Now, you guys can guide me on this. I've never put my power stations and water stations inside because there's never been a need. I've never had a problem with an outside power or water station, but that was before release. This game was released as in general release. So I don't know if this is a thing now. Just in case it is, I will probably build a room just to put it in, because it probably can't hurt. So now, see how big they are. So they're basically 3 by 3. Okay, 3 by 3 is good. That's going to join us the wall up there. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to need a gap on each side for the capacitors, and it needs to be side by side. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and we'll put a door in as well, and this can be facing outside. No prisoners ever need to get to this. This is going to be the only way in from the front here. Okay. Well, hopefully I've spec'd this right without using the planning tool. Power station. Oh, no I haven't. Made a complete bodge of that. Damn, that's bad. Alright, anyway, so the power station goes in, and the water pump, we need to expand that out by, not to there. Okay. So really, we could have done it flush in the first place. Damn, I'm really rusty at this game, you have to excuse me. Build a brick, there we go. Overlap, so it replaces the wall. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to put in a door, which is a little bit irritating. So it's just sticking the door down here, and we'll get it blocked up afterwards. Right, so while they're doing that, we're going to put in a couple of capacitors. Let's put in one for now. Like, it must remind myself I don't have unlimited cash here, so let's just put in capacitor and then run up to there. There we go. Right, so now we can put in a water pump station. There we go. And that door can go. And we're going to put in a brick wall. So, block that. Oh, can't do that yet. Okay. So, got electricity going in, which is good. Got some space for visitation. Got reception. Now, before we build... no, I really think, yeah, we should probably build the cells now, and then I'll worry about the offices later. Having said that, we're wasting time. What I could do is get in the warden, and he can be starting to research some of the bureaucracy before we do this. So what I'll do, I'll create an office block down here. The office block, all the offices need to be 4x4. So let's just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, all. 1, 2, 3, 4, all. 1, 2, 3, 4, all. 1, 2, 3, 4, wall. So another door there, door there, door there. I think he needs 6 offices if I remember correctly. Let's have a look. So we need one for the warden, one for the chief, one for the foreman, that's 3, one for the psychologist, which needs to be accessible by the prisoners. 4, 5, no, it's 5, isn't it? 4, 6. These guys don't need one. So we need 6 offices. Okay, that's good. That's symmetrical. Symmetrical is nice. Everyone likes symmetrical. Yeah, okay. So let's build another foundation. Oops. Here as well. And yeah, that one there. Needs an entrance. So let's stick in a staff door. Okay. So one of those is going to be the warden's office, and in the meantime, while they're building that, let's quickly plan the cells. So now the cells, I'm going to start with 3x2 just to start off with. Maybe 3x3. Let's do 3x3 because they're going to be doubles. They're going to be bunk beds. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then there, like so. The reason I'm making them slightly bigger is that you can fit more in the rooms in order to make them happier. So things like radios and desks and things like that gives you just the extra bit of square to do something with. So let's just do that. Oops, go with that. How many are you putting in? 2, 4, 6. I think we should start relatively modestly. I must be mindful of the fact I don't have all the money in the world to spend. 4. Let's do 5. So 2. So it'll be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So we'll have 20 to start off with. I think that's a decent number. Okay, so we've got this up now. Let's stick in a brick wall. I made that too big, haven't I? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I made it too big. Oh dear, that's rather silly. Okay, well, someone's got a big office, so that's all good. As I said, I'm very rusty at this game, and I have to excuse some of the mistakes that I'm making here, but hopefully I will get better. And we're going to zone the rooms when they built those brick walls. Didn't build a brick wall there, did I? There you go. And we're going to have to stick in some doors as well, just so they can get to and from their offices. Okay, rooms, offices. There we go. Office, perfect. Ah, I see what it's done. Okay, that's not what I wanted. It's because I went over the walls, wasn't it? Okay, cool. So we got an office now. Now for the office here, we're going to need a chair, a desk, office desk. Let's have him facing that way, and a filing cabinet. Where's the office chair? Office chair, office chair. I'm not seeing office chair. There we go. Okay, right. And at the same time, we're going to do some electricity. We're going to run it down the middle of the room. It's the most efficient way of doing it. Although sometimes they have problems laying electricity in these middle sections here, but we will see how that works. And I don't actually have any electricity running to the water pump. And while we're here, let's run a large, up to there, large pipe. Okay. Got the office up? Good enough. So let's hire the warden. Okay, so now we've got the warden, we can start bureaucracy, and we're going to unlock security, I think, first, and then do finance. Okay. Now this is where it gets quite expensive, is where you get cell blocks. So this area up here is going to be a cell block. I need to put in showers as well. So let's go back to planning. Now also near to the front door we need the kitchen and the canteen. Sorry, yeah, kitchen and the canteen. Merely because it saves the cooks having to troop supplies all the way through. But you need to be of a decent size. So having a kitchen here would be quite useful. I can do this then. So let's get the cell block up first. So we've got 20 prisoners in here. So we're going to need a shower block as well. So let's build the prisoner. Now have I done that right? That should work, I think. It should put the gap in, but it might not, because it's kind of broken up against those other walls there. Let's try that anyway. Let's see how that turns out. We can always go back and change it afterwards anyway. Right, let's stick a door in, merely because it has to be there. I'm kind of hoping that it kind of draws it out to here, because normally with this wall, that's what it would do, it'd leave that gap. But I'm hoping it kind of does it all the way up, so it does it along here. But it might not, so I don't know how this is going to turn out, because it's a split wall. This wall doesn't go all the way out here. I've got a nasty feeling it might come in and then go along. I'm hoping it doesn't. If it does, I don't really know how to fix it. I should just really have built something down here, shouldn't I? In fact, I might try that afterwards anyway, see what happens. So let's see how this is going. And go on. Fill in. Yeah, it's done what I thought it might have. Rubbish. Okay, so what I'll do in order to sort that is I will build more foundations. I think I'll just kind of do it out to here so it's even. If I do that, that'll get rid of those walls, and then I can put the walls in manually. So that should work. But then we're left with a problem here as well, aren't we? Never ending. Never mind, that I can fix. So let's just wind that forward quickly. So that deals with that problem. What am I going to do with this problem over here? Okay, right. So what I'm going to do here, demolish that wall, and then we're sorted. Oh, they can't get to it. Oops. Good point. Good point, well made. Let's stick in the door. And I guess this can be a shower block, so we can do something with that. It's not a problem. Come on, you get to this now. Come on, go on. Anyway, so that's that bit fixed. Now how do we fix this bit? Can you do one width wide? Oops. Let's do that for instance. Might be able to. Let's see what happens. It's not moaning about... Oh, it is moaning about an entrance, isn't it? Okay. Ah, perfect. No, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. That's good. We can go with that. So let's demolish walls, and we just demolish the interior. Okay, cool. So that's fine. That is the start of a decent dorm. Okie dokie. Now, what's next, I hear? The job of setting up a prison is that there's so much to spend when you're sort of setting up the infrastructure. Oh, hello, we've got a Polaroid. Ah, there's the warden. Okay. Right. Next thing we need to do is, before we get prisoners coming in, we need to get road gates. So that's a kind of a mental note that I'm going to have. What I'm going to do now is, let's think about this. Do we need to make this a shower block? Is this the best place for a shower block? It's right by the way out. I don't think that can hurt, so let me do that so we can put a door in. In fact, I think that's going to be a place for a metal detector. And this is going to be the shower block in here. Yeah, that's big enough. Rooms, showers. Yeah, there we go. Got 20 dudes. I'm going to put toilets in here as well. So let's go with the shower heads. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And this is when you realise that it's not going to be enough, is it? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I will put a brick wall in the middle, and this we're going to have another couple of shower heads. Objects. Okay, so that gives us 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That gives us 13 showers for 20 guys. Yeah, it's not big enough, is it? Alright. Let's dismantle those and get rid of that wall. I've got a better idea. We're going to put a brick wall in there, run the brick wall down here, it gives us a bit more extra wall space. That's it, put it in there. So now we can have another couple of shower heads. Oops, there we go. There we go. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That's good enough. I think that's good enough. There we go. Okay, so let's get this plumbed in quickly. Bit ugly, but it does the job. Okay. Now I've made the point of made a mistake of not actually turning off prisoner intake, so let me just do that very quickly. Let's say close. And this is what I really like. They added this in update 1, and you can see here you've basically got the ability to fill to capacity of the prison, take a certain amount of prisoners, or take a certain number in the next intake. When you say total prisoners is basically I want a total of 50, and you'll top it up if people get released or killed or whatever. You'll top it up. Or this is the brave one. You just take everything that's available. But as you can see at the moment, there's not a great deal of choice here, so it's not too bad. Okay, so that's showers going in. So we've got showers. Let's get the cell block built. We don't have the clone tool yet, so this could be quite a lengthy business. But let's try and do this as quickly as possible. And when you sort out electricity is the next thing to do. I don't normally go with shower blocks. I tend to put the shower heads outside the jail cell, so this is actually an extra width across. And that does seem to work. It tends to keep the tensions down. But I've actually gone with that today, so let's see how that works. I've put that in the wrong place. So let's see how that goes. Right, now we need to get electricity into that block. So let's plumb that in. It's got the outside wall. It's about there, I think. And it's probably going to need to come across as well. So, and again, we have. See, this is again. Did I forget to do those? The ones in the middle tend to cause problems here, so I'm going to make it go over kind of to there, and that should feed this top section here. Okay. Oh, it's on pause, so let's get rid of the planning bits there. I can see what I've missed, so I need to put in a brick wall. They've been queued, that's good. Right, so let's set these guys up as dormitory, so gel door. The clone tool does make all this so much easier. Right, so the bell's gone off, which means he's finished security and the finance guys. Great. So, we don't need to employ them yet. I mean, we do for this one, accountant. We haven't got the second. We could actually do that just to get this grant, I think. So let's do that very quickly. Let's get the filing cabinet. Let's get the office desk, and oh, that's back to front. Office desk and the chair. Then that'll turn out into an office, and then we can hire the accountant and get that grant sorted. So let's do that. Accountant. Okay, cool. Right, now electricity doesn't seem to be plumbed in here yet, so let's just double check that. Ah, it's missing a block. That's the grant Don, and he's going to put in that block there. That should feed probably. Oh, still missing a bit. Okay. I should take care of that. Right. Okay. So let's mark all this as dormitories, which is the new thing. The variable size room for housing multiple prisoners. The bigger the dormitory, the more prisoners it can house. Minimum 2x3. So that's great. Let's stick that in. Doubling our prisoners out. And in the dormitories go a bunk bed. So let's whack those in. As I said, I think this is a really good addition to the game. I'm surprised it take them so long to add it, but it probably wasn't a priority, to be fair. And that's fair enough. So with that, we need toilets. Stick that at the back of the cells. In goes the toilet, and in order to make it a bit nicer for them, let's stick in a radio as well. I'm not seeing a radio. Radio. There we go. And let's stick that in the corner. I can't tell if that's facing the right way, but I don't think they mind. That hopefully should keep them a little bit happy. Okay, so the shower's in. It looks like I've not actually zoned that all the way over, so let me do that now, because I made the room bigger, didn't I? Shower. Okay. And let's stick a toilet in the middle, so everyone can point and stare at the people having a poo. It's not utilities, it's objects. In fact, you can put two facing each other. So you can have a chat while having a poo. And they need to be plumbed in, of course. Alright, cool. So that's that. Now, yes, of course we need plumbing for the toilets as well. So I'm not going to run the large pipe anywhere near these cells, because that just means they're going to escape easily. There we go. So that's the plumbing done, and I do believe they're pretty much ready to go. What's this box for? Lights. So either they've not put those lights down, or I've cancelled them somehow and been a fool. Might have been that, actually. Okay. Fair enough. Anyway, so we need to finish reception. Office desk, table and chair. So let's stick that in very quickly. Office desk is there. And a table on the back wall, front wall. And a chair for the man to sit. All the prisoners get searched as they come in. So the accountant's up. Are we missing anything on bureaucracy? So let's... Nothing there at the moment that we need. Now what's crucial here? Deployment, intelligence, patrols, remote access, surveillance, armory. What's the most important here? Probably deployment and then patrols, but I do need to hire a security chief. In order to do that, I need to get Where are we? Office desk, yeah, there we go. I was going to hold off hiring this guy, but I think let's just get him in and get him working. Because it's not going to be too long till these people arrive now, the prisoners arrive. Security office, security chief, there we go. Okay. Right, so everything they need is here. They've got their rooms. Is this not being picked up? I don't need to dump these. They do look damn ugly. Alright, let's just do this quickly. I thought they might be being picked up automatically, but this appears not to be the case. And as lights aren't that expensive, it doesn't matter so much. I must have cancelled these lights being put in, because I've never seen that before. So that's my bad, I think. Right. Right, next thing's next. We need a kitchen and a canteen. So as I said, I think this needs to be quite near the front for the supplies of food, front of the prison for supplies and food to come in. This is probably going to be another dormitory, I think, up here. So let me just stick that in planning just to remind myself. How wide is this? That's 11. Okay, so we're going to have 11 and then another wall. Let's just do that. Get rid of that. So, and bring that down there. And what I'll probably do is put another sort of symmetrical shower block on the end here. I think that'll work for me. So let me just put that in there. And that's to remind me to do that now. Canteen, etc. is probably going to be down here in the kitchen. So what I'll do is I'm going to plan that in very quickly. So we'll have the kitchen, I think, like here, long and thin. No rude jokes, please. And we're going to have the canteen kind of along there. So we'll have serving tables along here, and then tables and chairs. And what we'll do is we'll add to the canteen that way, and potentially this way as well. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, before we do that, let's lay down some concrete tiles just to help with people walking along. And let's crack on and make that a foundation now. Yep, that one. Objects, make it staff door to there, and we'll leave a normal door there so they can come in that way. Yeah, do you see my point about they can't get to the middle sections to lay the electricity? So that's what we're seeing here, which is a bit of a faff, to be honest. But that's okay, just manual utility. In order to save doubling up. Okay, right. Okay, so that's the kitchen and canteen. We're going to set up those. But we are running out of time for the first episode. I haven't got much time left, so I'm just going to see what I can do very quickly in the time we have left. Go on, build up quickly. Build it up, build it up. And good. Let's get the canteen set up. Build in a wall. And let's set up the kitchen as well quickly. Where's the kitchen? There we go. Excellent. And I think we're probably going to leave it there for the first episode. We made a reasonably good start. We got most of the boring bits out of the way in terms of the kind of necessary infrastructure. Got the these up. I'm going to stick in a token room, turn it into a holding cell just to get the grant, and then we can go from there. And quickly put a yard in as well. But that's going to be the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed that. I always think that the first episode or two of actually building the jail can be a little bit dull to watch because it's not particularly exciting. The prisoners haven't arrived, and therefore there's nothing amusing or dramatic going on. But stick with it, and I think the prisoners are going to arrive in the next episode, and we should start seeing some fun. So if you like the video, give it a like, leave a comment. Always glad to hear some feedback, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Cheers, bye.